speaking.
Yeah, but all of them are able to understand Malayalam.
Yeah.
That is a different thing. So എല്ലാവരും different languages speak ചെയ്യുന്നവരാണെങ്കിലും മലയാളം they can understand Malayalam. So that makes us, that unites us, you know.
Yeah.
That unites us as Syro-Malabar Catholic, you know. അവിടെ നമ്മളൊരു യൂണിഫോമിറ്റി ഉണ്ട്. And people from different countries, but all are rooted in Syro-Malabar church. Okay, so അതൊരു നമ്മളൊരു യൂണിറ്റി ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നു. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ how big is our church. അതൊന്നും നമുക്കൊരു വലിയൊരു, നമ്മളൊരു സ്മോൾ കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി അല്ല, we are a bigger community. And it's not only in Kerala, in all over the world. The Syro-Malabar youth all over the world.
In Australia we have this, like for youth, I guess, like especially younger ones, there's this expectation or this understanding that have Malayalam Krubana and English Krubana instead of the Syro-Malabar Krubana and Latin or English. So it's, I think, would have been interesting to see, like, celebrating in different languages and how they were celebrating it as well.
Yeah. So ഏത് ലാംഗ്വേജ് ആണെങ്കിലും, but actually it is the Kurbana,
the core.
The core is the same. What Jesus has, his body and blood is giving to us, and it's നമ്മുടെ കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി പരസ്പര സ്നേഹം പങ്കുവയ്ക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു പ്രാർത്ഥനയാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ആക്ച്വലി ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഓഫ് ഹെവൻ, our altar and our bema, that the altar is representing the heaven, Okay, അപ്പോൾ ഈശോ ആ ഒരു സ്വർഗത്തിൻ്റെ അനുഭവം, അതേസമയം തന്നെ സ്വർഗം ഭൂമിയിൽ ഇറങ്ങിയ അനുഭവം, ഭൂമിയിൽ വിശുദ്ധ കുർബാന അർപ്പിക്കുമ്പോൾ. സോ നമ്മൾ കൂടുതലും നമ്മളേറ്റവും സന്തോഷിക്കേണ്ട, വി ഷുഡ് ബി വെരി ഹാപ്പി ദാറ്റ് ജീസസ് ഈസ് with us still, and he is a living God. He's a living God. He's present now itself. He's present in you and me, all of us. So ആ ഒരു ഹാപ്പിനെസ്, അത് വളരെ വലിയൊരു കാര്യമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അത് സെലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഒരുമിച്ച് സെലിബ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ, even if it is in different languages, but we celebrate the same Kurbana. Okay, and I'm sure that in St. Peter's Basilica we sang the song, Kandisha Alaha, for the first time maybe in the history of the Syro-Malabar Church. At the same time in the history of the St. Peter's Basilica, that we Malayalis, especially youth, coming together and singing that song. So
I remember in 2019, I think it was a Perth ACYF. We were in the middle of Perth City, and there was a keyboard, and we started singing Kandisha out loud in that middle of a big mall. I can't imagine how it would be to sing in that massive in the Basilica. It would have been a very spiritual experience.
When the Holy Kurbana was celebrating at the St. Peter's Basilica, people, those who are visiting the Basilica, they are coming together to participate in the Holy Kurbana, and it's our Malayalam Kurbana. So maybe അവർ ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് അതിങ്ങനെ കണ്ട് ആസ്വദിച്ച്, and one of our youth who are explaining, she was explaining to those persons what is the meaning of all this, that, and they were most of them participated till the end of the Holy Kurbana. So so how rich we are, that we are realizing.
I guess one of the most amazing parts of this experience, I guess, is like we got to meet the Pope. Is that right? How was that? No, is it your first time meeting the Pope, or so within 2 years of coming to Australia, you've got to go overseas, you've got to learn different languages, and now you're meeting the Pope. How was that? How was meeting Pappa Francesco?
I was so excited, and meeting the Pope. ഞാനതൊന്നും ഓർത്തില്ലായിരുന്നു, ബട്ട് എനിക്ക് പോപ്പിനെ ഡയറക്റ്റ് ഇങ്ങനെ തൊട്ടടുത്ത് കാണാൻ പറ്റുമെന്ന്. സോ വി ഓൾ, ഞങ്ങൾ more than 75 പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എല്ലാവർക്കും പേഴ്സണലായിട്ട് പോപ്പിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് ചെല്ലുവാനും ഹാൻഡ് ഷേക്ക് കൊടുക്കുവാനും സംസാരിക്കുവാനും ഒക്കെയുള്ള ഒരവസരം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. സോ I was so excited, and I felt so blessed to be in front of Pope Francis. And he was very down to earth, very simple man, and I am one of his fans. I love him very much. And ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് സംസാരിക്കാൻ കുറച്ച് കാര്യങ്ങൾ സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റി about the construction of the parish church. And he signed the picture of the church, and also blessed the stones, and he was very patient to listen to me, and he has given us good message.
Yeah. He wrote a letter for us, for the youth.
Yeah. A beautiful message, telling that just like Mother Mary, you should be always faithful to your duties. And ഈശോയിലുള്ള വിശ്വാസത്തിൽ day by day we have to grow in the faith in Jesus. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒത്തിരി നല്ല മെസ്സേജസ് ഒക്കെ Pappa Francis ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് നൽകി. So it was a good experience.
So
really,
you've got to meet with the youth and have that experience, as well as spend some time meeting the Pope face to face. Did you do anything else there, or like was there any other part to the trip?
On that day, meeting the Pope, we had only the meeting with the Pope, and we had actually 5 days of conference in a seminary. So after the conference, we went for a pilgrimage.
Right.
It was another different, heartbreaking experience. I mean, not
heartbreaking. Walking around there.
But really heartbreaking experience was that we are climbing the steps that what Jesus has climbed in Jerusalem,
Right.
Pontius Pilate, Pilatusinte angote ഈശോ കയറിപ്പോയ step is still in Rome, and we all the youth മുട്ടുകുത്തി അത് മുഴുവൻ മോൾ വരെ കയറി. So such a great experience, such a painful experience at the same time. നമ്മുടെ മുട്ടിനൊക്കെ നല്ല പെയിൻ ഉണ്ടാവും, but such a blessed moment ആയിരുന്നു അത്.
And you can see the steps that Jesus has taken.
അതിലൂടെ ആ സ്റ്റെപ്പിലൂടെയാണ് നമ്മൾ മുട്ടുകുത്തി we kneel down and പതുക്കെ climb ചെയ്ത് മുകളിൽ വരുമ്പോൾ.
So did it give, I guess, witnessing, especially when you're going on the pilgrimage and seeing all the different, the saints, as well as the relics and these little events like where Jesus walked. Does it empower your faith more? Does it give you like, okay, I am believing in a living God, that walked on this earth, that experienced us as being part of our life? Does it give you that bit of a boost in, okay, I'm on the right path?
Surely, because in the case of that step itself, ഈശോ കടന്നു പോയ ആ സ്റ്റെപ്പിലൂടെ ഞാനും കടന്നു പോകും. So that make a personal relationship with Christ. Just like he walked that steps, I also walking on that step, So that makes a personal relationship. And also, we have visited different basilicas, four major basilicas in Italy. And also during the pilgrimage, visited Assisi. So St. Francis Assisi ജീവിച്ച സ്ഥലം, and Carlo Aquinas, St. Clare, എല്ലാം അസീസിയിലാണ്. അതുപോലെ പാദുവ, St. Anthony, and also his tongue is still there.
Right.
The
golden tongue he's known for.
Golden tongue. And also the first Eucharistic miracle നടന്ന സ്ഥലം Lanciano. It's a beautiful place. And also Padre Pio, okay, his body is still there. And my blessed moment is to celebrate the Holy Kurbana at the tomb of St. Francis of Assisi. It was my turn to celebrate the Holy Kurbana, but it was at the tomb of St. Francis of Assisi. It's a great experience, because he's a man who loved everyone, not only human beings, but also the nature, animals, everything, and even sun, moon, brother, sister എന്നൊക്കെയാണ് അത് വിളിച്ചത്. So such a kind of love what Jesus create, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ദൈവം ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത എല്ലാ ക്രീച്ചേഴ്സിനെ ലവ് ചെയ്ത മനുഷ്യൻ. So that was an amazing place, Francis.
So I think we've experienced maybe 10% of your whole journey of Arise. Like I don't think we'll ever be able to fathom what it was to be there in person, to experience it, to walk on those steps, to see those Eucharistic miracles, to meet the Pope. But we have massive events coming up. We've got Unite coming up at the end of the year, so that's going to be our big national event in Melbourne for all the Australian youth. And then we have World Youth Day. Are you going to be going to World Youth Day?
Yes,
I'm going to be going. Are you guys going to be at World Youth Day? So we've got so much event. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. Fr Joyis has been so gracious to give us that little bit of a snippet of what it is to be a part of such a growing and developing eparchy here in the Syro-Malabar Eparchy in Melbourne. But yeah, so we're gonna finish up here. Thank you so much for spending the time with us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode coming out. We do have a few more people lined up. It's a massive season ahead. So it's been wonderful to have you here with us. I've been your host, Avin, and this is
Fr Joyis.
And this is the Marthoma Effect.